Okay, so that was just the warm-up. Here is the physical reasoning game.
What you need to play. Sticky notes. Treats. 2 pieces of paper folded in half. For this game, add another piece of paper and set up your play area as shown. Make sure the pieces of paper are placed to either side of you, with the crease facing your dog and the open side facing you. Call your dog's name,
Sisu,
and show that you have a treat. Then cover your hand with a piece of paper and pretend to hide the treat, or hide the treat, in the right piece of paper and then the left piece of paper. You will always move from right to left in this game. Make sure the treat is wedged in the crease so it props up the paper. Have your partner let go of your dog as you give a release command.
okay.
By passing between the right sticky notes, your dog is choosing the right paper.
Okay, so that was the warm-up. This is the first trial of the actual physical reasoning game. So in this one, I'm supposed to hide the treat actually in the right piece of paper and then pretend to hide it in the left. So here's the treat. Actually hide it in here. If I can open this thing. See if I'm a rocket scientist. Okay. Okay, that was funny. I don't know if you could see that in the camera frame, but there you go. Good boy. But the paper moved after, like while I was over here doing this paper kind of moved a little bit. So I'm not sure if it was the movement that attracted him or what. But you're always going from right to left, but this time I'm going to pretend to hide the cookie in the right side, but actually hide it in the left, showing him. Okay, find a treat. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say nope. He chose that one rather than this one, so I'm showing him where it is. Trial number 3. We are going to actually hide it in the right side. Okay, so he's watching. Okay. Hard to get it out of there. Good boy. We got that one. Good boy. All right. The last one. I'll show them that I have the treat. I'm gonna pretend to hide it over here. Actually hide it. Okay, hide it. Nope. So yeah, he just always goes directly to the right side. Okay. All right, so we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone today. We're taking a long walk through the neighborhood. There's a lot going on, especially because we're right next to Kroll Dog Park. So I noticed that and he just went swimming, which is why I just left the body plant there, but I noticed that even though we're across the street and he doesn't have his eyes on any dogs at the moment, he's real excited. So we're going to work on kind of finding where his threshold is, so where he starts to get super duper excited when there are other dogs around, and work on, you know, some constructive exercises at this level, and then move closer to the park, like for instance move across the street where he can see the dogs through the fence and that sort of thing, and then work on the exercises there. I don't have food with me because he got a lot of cookies during the dognition exercise, and I feel like food could actually be a distraction and or, you know, create more of a challenge in the situation. So let's go, Moku. Or not a challenge, but could create even more excitement in the situation. So I just want him to be working on calmness and self-control, and if there's food involved, I don't know, that's an exciting, it's a exciting stimulus. So anyway, he's doing fine right now. Obviously all the dogs that are in the dog park, which aren't many, are all the way on the other side. So let's stop, Moku, or freeze, I should say. I keep saying stop. Freeze. Moku, look at me. Good boy, sit. Now he's just looking at some ladies coming up the street. Moku, look at me. Moku, look at me. Look. No, Moku, check in. Check in. Moku. Hey. Yeah, see, it's like not only, even if there's no dogs in the area, there's just some people walking up the sidewalk, but he's extremely distracted. No. Sit. Wait. Good boy. Wait.
And it's like it's not something
Hi.
planned or something.
Okay, well that was real good, Moku. Good job. Sit. Good. So see, he was quite excited as they were approaching, but I don't know if it's because I have him in a sit stay, but as they walked by, it wasn't all that exciting. Now there's a dog over there across the street. There are cars, so even though it's like a, you know, relatively quiet Thursday afternoon, there's a lot going on. So Moku, let's go. Good boy. Nope, this side. So I want him, you know, kind of at my left. He's looking over there. He sees the dog, but he's also looking around, so he's not fixated on it, in other words. Good boy. Moku, freeze. No, come here. You can also kind of give him a U-turn and then walk backwards. Just anything you can do to refocus his attention. Moku, nope. See, so that's the threshold right there where he suddenly can't really pay much attention to anything but that dog. So again, that's why we're working here across the street, because we want to set him up for success. Moku, yes, let's go. So I just basically waited until, you know, that dog was a little further away, and I knew that would be setting him up for success. He'd be able to retrain his attention on me, and once he did, that's when we started moving forward again. Also, during exercises like this, I like to combine, you know, the sort of militant exercises, not really, but as far as I go, it's pretty militant, or, you know, structured exercises with more relaxed, you know, just letting him have some time to sniff, that sort of thing, so that he doesn't, you know, so like anything else, his walks are balanced. The other thing too is if, you know, you're taking a walk and you're working on both, obviously moving forward physically and, you know, working on challenges mentally, you're going to drain twice as much energy as you would if you were just doing one or the other, physical or psychological exercises, or cognitive or whatever else. So we're running the whole gamut. Now, all that talk about, you know, stopping, doing exercises, sniffing informally, all that stuff. Most important thing about a walk is the primal aspect of it, which to me is the human equivalent to when you get in the zone, which usually, I mean, you get really, really in the zone, obviously, when you're running and you get like a runner's high, but it happens too with walking. Come on. And with him, that's important because he tends to be sort of slow and distracted, but, you know, the sort of keeping him right by my side, charging straight ahead, getting into a rhythm with the breath and the feet hitting the pavement, and just kind of moving almost in unison or as a collective force. that would be where the primal sort of migratory element comes in. So, and that's also where, you know, the real exercise comes in with the walk. So we're working on that too. Alright, so we're in a good groove. We're in our zone. We're having a good walk here. And soon we will be approaching the dog park again, and this time we're on the other side of the road. So what I'm hoping is that this, you know, sort of empowering, primal feeling, along with the fact that he's a little more tired now and not quite as excited because we've already been out walking and he's already seen some dogs and people, hoping all of that put together will set him up for success, and that will be, you know, closer to the dog park, but we'll still be able to keep him focused and listening and that sort of thing. So we'll see. We're almost there. Okay, here we are crossing the street. Let's go. Good boy. Love how it gives me that check-in there even without my asking. It's just becoming second nature. Alright, so I'm going to keep him on my left side. The dog park is there on the right. And there are a couple of dogs hopping along the fence there. There's also a lawnmower. Oh, there's a saw. Good boy. Good. So, good, but we just kept walking. Here comes the boxer. Moku. Stop. Sit. Sit. Moku. Nope. Moku. Alright, too much. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Keep walking. Good job. Come on. Alright, that was good. Just a lot going on here. So we went from, you know, pretty much real calm situation to now right back by the dog park, lots of noise. That little Springer Spaniel that just popped into the truck was the one that got him really excited about it. It was a little too much for him, obviously, to stop him right by the fence while the dog was on the other side. But he's doing real good at just kind of continuing to move straight on ahead. Let's go, Moku. Come on. So, again, the idea with this kind of exercise is to try to, you know, not get to the point where he's over threshold, as they say in training terms, meaning where he's still, you know, he's still far enough away from the excitement or the exciting stimuli to remain calm until he can handle it at that distance. Then he's, you know, you can start moving him in closer, which is what we kind of just did, although I think it was a bit too much of a leap ahead, but he did pretty well. So now he just seems pretty tired, and we really have not walked very far, but like I said, we're doing a lot of mental exercises as well as physical, which will tire him out twice as quickly, which is the whole point, huh, buddy?